live visitors. Today we are celebrating the 8th of March, International Women's Day. This is a global day celebrating the cultural, economical, scientific and political achievements of women. The main topic of our discussion is the power of women in 21st century. Very interesting, provocative and hot topic not only for today. We will discuss with 5 women ambassadors from 5 continents, 5 topics, and we will present you 5 points of view, similar or different. Let's see. Our host today is Her Excellency Zakia El Midaoui, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco to the Republic of Bulgaria and Dean of the African, Arabic and French-speaking ambassadors. Let me to present you our guest ambassadors. Her Excellency Mariam Fontenele Reis, Ambassador of Brazil. Her Excellency Mariam Aftab, Ambassador of Pakistan. Her Excellency Nataša BERGELJ, the Ambassador of Slovenia, and Her Excellency Lina Omar, Ambassador of Iraq. Her Excellency Zakia El Midaoui, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco to the Republic of Bulgaria and Dean of the African, Arabic and French-speaking ambassadors. Her Excellency, who is an economist, has a bachelor's degree in economics and accounting, a bachelor's degree in financial and commercial sciences, and a specialty in marketing and distribution. She has been working in the diplomatic field since 1982. Before being posted as ambassador in Bulgaria, she was director of multilateral cooperation in international economic affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, African Cooperation and Moroccan Living Abroad of the Kingdom of Morocco. Before she worked as head of the Economic and Commercial Organization and Conferences Division at the Department of Multilateral Cooperation in International Economic Affairs and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and also as head of the Department of Bodies and Conferences related to multilateral trading and financial systems. She was also posted as Chargée d'Affaires and Deputy Head of the Permanent Mission of Morocco in Geneva. Ambassador Maria Edileuza Fontenele Reis is an experienced career diplomat. She assumed her post as Ambassador of the Federative Republic of Brazil to the Republic of Bulgaria after serving as the permanent delegate to Brazil to UNESCO. She has also held high-level positions in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Brazil, among which Undersecretary for Asian Affairs and Multi-Regional Mechanisms, Brazilian Sherpa to BRICS, Brazilian High-Level Officer for the Forum for East Asia-Latin America Cooperation, Regional Coordinator for the South America-Africa Forum and the South America-Arab Country Forum, and Director General of the Department of European Affairs. Her Excellency holds a master's degree in International Relations and PhD in International Relations and Diplomacy. She is a published author with an extensive bibliography and speaks 6 languages. Ambassador Mariam Edileuza Fontenele Reis has been recognized for her diplomatic achievements and excellence in the foreign service with Brazilian and Foreign Merit Awards. Her Excellency Mariam Aftab joined the Foreign Service of Pakistan in 1994. Before coming to Sofia, she served as Deputy Head of Mission of the Embassy of Pakistan in Berlin. Her other postings include Counselor at the Pakistan Permanent Mission to the United Nations in Geneva and at the Embassy of Pakistan in Beijing, and Second Secretary at the Permanent Mission of Pakistan to the United Nations in New York. At the Foreign Ministry in Islamabad, she worked as Director General Africa, Director General Americas, Director USA, Director Kashmir, and Deputy Director United Nations. She holds a master's degree in International Relations from the University of Sussex. Her Excellency Nataša BERGELJ completed legal studies first at the Faculty of Law in Ljubljana and later at the Harvard Law University. She entered the Slovenian diplomatic service as an attaché at the Embassy of the Republic of Slovenia in Turkey. She had 2 foreign postings in Austria and Hungary. Before being posted to Austria, Her Excellency headed the Visa Working Party in Brussels during the first presidency of Slovenia to the European Council. In Hungary, she acted already as a deputy chief of mission. When returning to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Ljubljana, she was entrusted with the Human Rights Department. She was appointed as ambassador for the first time in 2022. The host state, where she has been serving in the highest diplomatic title since then, is the Republic of Bulgaria. Her Excellency Lina Omar is Ambassador of the Republic of Iraq to Bulgaria, former Minister Plenipotentiary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Baghdad, with an experience of more than 20 years in diplomacy and government. She is on a mission to empower women to service better in their duties, as her belief, education is the soul of developing any society. Her Excellency was one of the members of the first delegation of 20 Iraqi women in Washington for the conference, Building New Iraq, Women's Role in Reconstruction. She was recognized as one of the top Iraqi women leaders for democracy, women's rights, and religious freedom in Iraq by the Independent Women's Forum in Washington. She is an active advocate to promote the important changing role of women in the new era of peace and democracy in the world. She has lectured and delivered speeches to national and international audiences about the constitutional and security issues women face in the region. She has been quoted as an authority of these topics by the Washington Post, the Washington Times, and participated in TV discussions on the future of Iraq and the Middle East. Our next topic is women in business, advantages, challenges, and opportunities. Your Excellencies, can you summarize this topic regarding the perspectives of your countries? Her Excellency Lina Omar is recognized as one of the top Iraqi women leaders for democracy, women's rights, and religious freedom in Iraq by the Independent Women's Forum in Washington, D.C. in 2003. Let's begin this discussion with Her Excellency Lina Omar.
Yes, yes, that's very true. And when we started, that was the first women conference after 2003. We were about 20 women traveled to Washington, D.C. with a program of leadership. And all of these women came back after this program, become leaders in their areas. I took the foreign ministry, and I had a strong belief that, and I still have the same belief that if you want to help your country and you want to change the legislations to something that help the new generations and the young, and especially for women and girls, you should be in the government. It's one of the areas. So after 20 years of this experience, I really believe that we can do so much when you are within the government. Yes, I know there's challenges. They may not give you the chance, not every time, but I thank so much my government to trust in me, and my foreign minister, wonderful person, that he believed in and supported women from day one. He started his position, Minister Fuad Hussein. So after his leadership, many women in the foreign ministry, they took high positions, and they have responsibilities to do what they can help for the women in the new generations and the girls. So I believe, that was the leadership part that, it was missing. And in Iraq, I must say, we had the first woman judge was woman in Iraq. The first judge in Iraq was woman. The first woman driving in Middle East was from Iraq. And we still, after 2003, again, we had many women representations in the ministries position, and they succeeded and they did very well. In Parliament, we have 25% representation of women. We still have working on the quality and the qualifications of the people who's appointed, but still, it's a good start, and we have a long way to go.
And discussing the power of women in business, for the first time in history of Brazil, the presidents of the most important public banks are women. Please, Your Excellency, tell us more regarding this topic.
Thank you very much for raising this point. We have a new government has just been inaugurated in Brazil. President Lula was elected for a new mandate now, his third mandate. He has always given a very special attention to the promotion of women. And he was the one that indicated Dilma Rousseff to run as president, for the post of president, replacing him at the end of his mandate. So he made of it a point to have as many women as possible, because there also have to be coalitions and compositions and taking into consideration different political interests. But he, for the first time, appointed the president of Banco do Brasil, a woman, and also for our saving bank, which is Caixa Econômica. Also, he appointed Dilma Rousseff as the Brazilian president of the BRICS Bank. So I think those are very good examples that we hope will be inspiring for private companies. Many Brazilian women are very active in the business area, business sector, in trade and investment, etc. But very few have the high posts in big companies, like CEOs of big companies. But I think that good examples like the ones I have just mentioned will be very inspiring for the future. We hope so.
According to Her Excellency Zakia El Midaoui, discussing the engagement of the women in business, we have to know that the World Bank, which supports all initiatives promoting the economic inclusion of women and their increased participation in corporate governance bodies, supported this exemplary effort by including this measure among the key reforms of its budget support program of $450 million for the benefit of the Moroccan government in 2021.
So, as you told Dr. Mladinova, since women represent half of the Moroccan society, it's normal that Morocco is leading in some areas, especially in the private sector, for instance. Years ago, we used to have a lady who was at the top management of private sector organization. And we have many ladies who are leading important banks. We have many women's PhD doctors and they are teaching in universities. We have many women, they are also deans of universities like the University of Medicine and Dentistry in Casablanca. You see, she is a woman. And also, we have, as you said, this topic for which the World Bank helped Morocco with $450 million of dollars, because Morocco is among the few countries, even developed one, who decided to give the quota at least of 30% of women at the top management of the companies and the enterprises, and this is for for the next years this percentage will increase into 40%. so that to have women representing, you see, these bodies. And also I can say that in terms of access to market, of course the number of men are higher than women, and we are working on this, because I think within the this United Nations agenda of sustainable development, Morocco is very committed to reach all the goals, the 17 goals, and among them there is two that has to do with ladies in its part in the economy and in growth and so on, and in the labor market. And I want to tell you also that Morocco has ratified and signed all the international convention relating to gender issue, including those of International Labour Organization. For instance, yes, for the leave of women when she is pregnant, she is delivering a baby, and for the work of women during night time, and all this helped us to have a very good result. And I hope that the successive government are working hard to achieve this gender equality, which is a right of all the Moroccan population, because, as said my colleague from Iraq, we are mothers, sisters, we are nieces, we are daughters, so even men are helping. So this is the nice news, the good news.
Your Excellency, could you summarize this topic regarding the perspective from Pakistan?
Well, traditionally in Pakistan, women have been in terms of business, in terms of economic activity, been limited more or less to the informal sector. But now, as things are changing, and we see more women emerging as entrepreneurs, as businesswomen, we have also seen that there has been a very active movement in civil society to provide women with the means to do this, and particularly in the area of microfinance. So, you know, women setting up small businesses and being able to participate in economic activity through that, and I think that is a very, very important area. So I see these things are happening. It is a slow process because we are still a traditional society, so it takes a little while for women to come outside of their homes and work in the economic sphere, but these things are happening, change is taking place, and I think there has been quite a bit of progress in this direction, to see more and more women emerging in the business field, in the chambers of commerce, and with small and medium enterprises, and with you know, home businesses. So all of that is happening, and it's very exciting to watch it happen.
Your Excellency, the choice is very difficult, according to you.
It is.
Could you tell us more?
Yes, it is. It is my personal belief that no woman should be forced to choose between the family and her career. So basically, it is up to the government, up to the responsible stakeholders to create the circumstances within which a woman will be free to choose either to go for family, for career, or for both. So I would say that in most cases, women still give preference to their families, because otherwise they would not be able to be good mothers and would have strong feelings of being guilty. And here we have to find and strike a very good balance, and our male colleagues, men, bear a good share of the responsibility here as well. But I have to say that in Slovenia, I would say that this awareness among society with men and women is having a very good and positive trend. The government is very well aware of the need of taking up the measures which will allow women to have children, but at the same time not to forget about their professional aspirations, professional goals. So in this respect, I would say that it is always about giving a fair chance to women and men. So this is what I'm not really sure whether the quota for women work, because you cannot force anyone to apply for a certain position if she is not having good feelings about taking this position because of other responsibilities that are waiting for her, for example, at home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
So, to conclude our wonderful talk today, my message to the young generation is, especially for women, to trust yourself and to believe in yourself. And if you want something really, really good, go for it. There's nothing impossible. Just put your head and your energy and you will make it.